I've been warning people for years that this day would come, that we would get games so bad that the bar would drop so low that this is what you'd be paying your £50 for. Big titles as well. Saints Row. Doesn't get much bigger than a Saints Row title. And guys, look at the state of this game. Absolute garbage. Been playing it today, and this isn't a review, as you probably already guessed. I haven't played it long enough to review it, but I don't need to, and I don't want to play it anymore. I'm not playing this any longer. It's absolute no wonder they wouldn't dare give me a key for this. Absolute trash, this game. Absolute trash from what I've played. This is what happens when the bar drops. I blame reviewers for this. I don't blame the publishers. Publishers' job is to make as much money out of as little outlay as possible. That's their job. Reviewers, obviously it's not the developers, because they just do what they're told. It's the reviewers' fault that we are where we are now in 2022 with games. They've been shilling bad games now for 10 years, and the bar's just been steadily I did a video in 2019 called "Stop Pretending Bad Games Are Good." Because this is what happens when you do that. The bar drops so low because other developers see a game that's shite, getting an 8 out of 10, and think, fucking hell, what are we doing all this for in our game when we just need to release that bit of it and we'll get an 8? And that's what they've been doing, and the bar's just steadily dropped until we get now 2022, where lots of AAA games that have come out this year are fucking awful. And we're only in August. We've still got another few months to go yet before the end of the year. So my goodness, how it's going to end. It's easily the worst year in gaming history, this, for AAA gaming. One of the best indie years, but one of the worst for AAA. And it's been coming for a long time. But thankfully, guys, a lot of reviewers are now waking the fuck up, and they've been hammering games like this. And long may it continue, because this is not acceptable for £50 at all. At all, guys. It's just not. So thankfully, we might have turned a corner now. Let's wait and see. Now, all this is purely my speculation anyway. I'm not saying that this is exactly what happened, and I'm certainly not saying that this is the case with Saints Row. But this is my opinion. I mean, all reviews are opinions, and it's a good thing that we do have different opinions. But in my opinion, this is why the bar is low. It just makes perfect sense to me that if people are continually giving bad games good reviews, the bar is going to keep dropping because, in my opinion, publishers are going to just keep releasing stuff substandard because that's all they need to do. They're going to get a good result regardless. Anyway, my playing of this game, character creation firstly. That's what I created in 10 seconds using default. I didn't customize it in any way. I didn't make the chin or the nose. I didn't alter any facial features. I just used that face, that hair, and that body. And I'm allowed to make that. Says it all. It's a witch, guys. A witch. It's called Witch Face. That. Anyway, onto the game. The gunplay, first of all. Absolutely appalling. It literally just locks on to everything by default. I noticed this when I was aiming down sights. It would magically move to the people, even though I could clearly see that my crosshair was a good couple of feet away. It just, magic. I went to the options, sure enough, by default, auto aim on. And there's 3 settings of auto aim as well. I mean, I know controllers suck and you all need that, but there's no excuse for having that on with a mouse and keyboard. Why is it on as default? But even when you turn it off, it becomes floaty. The actual aiming's not very good at all in this game. It's very floaty. And the AI is awful in this game as well. The combat's awful. I mean, the missions are... Guys, everything's fucking awful in this game. I mean, one of the first missions you get is straight out of Overwatch, where you have to escort this vehicle around these hills while the enemy... around these buildings, while the enemy pop out, taking pot shots at it. And all of a sudden, it'll tell you to use your use key, which in my case was a Y because I used TGFH. And you press it, and then things just blow up. It's like, what the f***? Yeah, press Y, explode. Okay. And then you're just running around shooting these AI that are just absolutely useless. Then your whole team vanish, kind of, and AI totally surround you. and then you jump in the machine gun thing for no reason, shoot down a few more people, then it's just over. A mission later on where you're hanging from a plane, shooting things, shooting people just randomly appearing from the sides on top of TNT. It's like, oh, look at this TNT, TNT, blow it up with TNT, TNT here, TNT. Oh, look, we're standing on TNT. Why is the TNT there? We don't care, just blow the TNT up. Boom, there it goes. Oh, boom, more TNT. Oh, TNT for you, sir. You want some TNT? Boom. Oh, God, please. Then there's the driving, guys. The driving's absolutely awful. Now, most times in games with keyboard and mouse, the driving's awful, but there's exceptions if the developers are told to do it good. And in this case, no, it's awful. Absolutely awful. Thankfully, the AI is just as bad, so, you're not outclassed when you're driving. In fact, we did a bank job, guys, which I thought would be exciting. We're going to do a bank job. It was a payday loans actually shop that we did over, and I thought this will be a fun mission until I realised the whole mission was a cutscene. Yeah. Why would we want to be doing a bank job? Holding people up and robbing a safe. That sounds like fun, and we can't do fun anymore. Whole thing was a fucking cutscene. But as we got outside, the police came, and it began a car chase. And I was told, speed up, and ram them, and you'll destroy them doing that. But I realised very quickly the AI was so bad that the police couldn't even fucking drive themselves. So I just let them actually drive off the road and kill themselves, which is what you're seeing here. I didn't even have to touch them. As for the characters, they're absolutely unrelatable. Absolutely. These are the kind of people that you usually see in YouTube videos getting offended by video games. It's like, who cares? The game's shite anyway. The writing's bad. The drivel that comes out of these characters' mouths is just awful. It's not a bit funny. Didn't laugh once at anything that I've seen so far in the game. It's the story's just crap. But I can't pay my student loan off. Let's all turn into a gang of the mafia. Oh, f*** off, please. Really? Can't pay your fucking loan, you can't pay your rent. Cough. I mean, Mac, don't go anywhere near these fuckers. The world, the open world, we all love a good open world. Sadly, in this, the open world's absolutely trash. It's empty, it's boring, it's bland. The AI, again, is crap. It's full of gang members, that's all I say. Gang members and police everywhere. And the odd pedestrian just being an arse. It's crap. Absolutely crap. Is there anything good in it? Yes, there's some good graphical options. That's it. There's some good graphical options for the game. That's the only good thing. And you can rebind all your keys. No, you can't. Damn it. I've remembered you can't rebind all your keys. Almost. It's full of bugs as well. I encountered bugs like the very, very first thing that I was doing in the game. The cutscene was bugged. It's just bug-ridden. Guys, I don't even need to go on with this. This is just a terrible, terrible excuse. £50, guys. £50. Probably 1,000 in Australia. Absolutely unbelievable that this is the standard now. This is the standard. I mean, this isn't some obscure game trying to pretend it's a big freaking £50 game. No, this is a franchise called Saints Row, and it's £50, and this is what they think Saints Row is in 2022 for £50. My goodness, sir. My goodness. It's a disgrace. The gaming industry is a disgrace. Absolute disgrace. It can't get worse than this, guys. 2022 is a shocking year for games. Let's hope that the reviewers continue to call out this shite, and any other publisher that's going to release their shit this year, I hope you get absolutely annihilated off reviewers, because we have got to get that bar up again so that people are actually trying to make good games again, instead of just copying and pasting everything, throwing it all together without any kind of thought for character progression or world progression or mission progression or anything like that. That we need to get back to the point where people cared about their products. People cared whether the guns sounded well or handled well, or that the game was clunky, or that it was just full of cutscenes, because it's easier to put together a cutscene than an intricate mission. Oh, f*** it, just do that. They'll just pretend that's what happened, that. No, we're paying good money in tough times for games. 50 fucking quid a shot here. It's not acceptable. Fucking sort it out, gaming industry. You're a disgrace. Oh, I hear Sony's getting sued as well in the UK for ripping people off on the digital store. My goodness, has the AAA industry ever been this low? No.